भूत्वा भूत्वा प्रलीयते रात्रागमे वशः पार्थ प्रभवत्यहरागमे परस्तस्मात्तु भावोऽन्यो व्यक्तो व्यक्तात् सनातनः यः स सर्वेषु भूतेषु नश्यत्सु न विनश्यति अव्यक्तोऽक्षर इत्युक्तस्तमाहुः परमां गतिम् यं प्राप्य न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम पुरुषः स परः पार्थ भक्त्या लभ्यस्त्वनन्यया यस्यान्तःस्थानि भूतानि येन सर्वमिदं ततम् यत्र काले त्वनावृत्तिम् आवृत्तिं चैव योगिनः प्रयाता यान्ति तं कालं वक्ष्यामि भरतर्षभ अग्निर्ज्योतिरः शुक्लः षण्मासा उत्तरायणम् तत्र प्रयाता गच्छन्ति ब्रह्म ब्रह्मविदो जनाः.
We'll start with our prayer. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritam gamaya aviravirmayedhi. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Parthaya pratibodhitam bhagavata narayanena swayam vyasena grathitam purana munina madhye mahabharatam advaitamritavarshinim bhagavatim ashtadashadhyayinim Amba tvam anusandadhami Bhagavad Gite bhavadveshinim. So welcome to Bhagavad Gita class. So someone approached Shankaracharya. So said, please recommend, because I want to teach Bhagavad Gita, so recommend people. So Shankaracharya or someone, he recommended, but the attendance was dwindling. So he said, gradually it's very less people. And how many? Say maybe 10, 12. Oh, you are lucky. Why? Because when God delivered this Bhagavad Gita, there was only one audience. And another was remotely placed. So 2 people. So only another person heard. So Dhritarashtra and Sanjay. So Sri Krishna delivered Gita to only Arjuna. But that was seen by Sanjay, and he conveyed to Dhritarashtra. So therefore, God had only one audience. So you are lucky that you have so many audiences. So anyway, now, so this is 11th chapter. We have completed 10th chapter, as we know. So it is a very important chapter. Here Bhagavan tells about not only tells, he shows his form, universal form. Vishwarup Darshan Yoga. So this chapter is called Vishwarupa Darshan Yoga. So that means we should be ready to see the form of God. Hope everyone is ready. So now you cannot say that I have not seen. Now before we venture, let us think about. See, we want to see a creator. So like this chair or maybe whatever you see here, everything is created. This hall is created. Everything is created here. But where is the creator? We don't see creator here. But we want to see creator of this whole universe. So Bhagavad Gita, let us start right from the beginning. Like what? It is six chapters. One, first 6 chapter, what is Tvam? What is our real nature? That was explained. In second division, that means from 7th to 12th, what is the nature of God? And third, how these two are unified. So we don't only want to see God, but we want to be and become. Now, seeing God means like I see you. So just now I saw, and then after a certain time you will go away. So this seeing is not that much interested. But seeing God means it is being and becoming. So here Bhagavan says what is his own nature. So from 7th chapter onward he said this. And he has said lots of things. And whatever is essential, he has already told. How to achieve him, how this whole world is created, and how to achieve him, and where to seek him. So he has explained everything. So let us start like today. We want to see God. But the thing is, whatever we see, the created things, the creator is away. We cannot see him directly here. So similarly, we think, this God who created this must be somewhere sitting or somewhere away. But he is all powerful, all pervading, and he is one. All kinds of ideas we have. Now, we can only imagine about him, right? Like who is created this book? We don't see him, but we can imagine that somebody must have created, otherwise it would not come here. So we imagine. Similarly, we have our imaginary God. God with, like this person who has created this, who first wrote and then composed and then printed. So it is matter of not an ordinary intelligence. The person must be very intelligent who has written this book, and then it was printed and then it was given or bought by me. So that means who created this world? He must be very intelligent. So we think that, see, I am only a little intelligent, he must be infinitely intelligent. So we search, we have our imagination. As we evolve, our concept of God also evolves. If we are, not educated, then our concept of God is one way of thinking. But if we are educated and we are skilled, then we think in a different way. Say for example, say for this lectern or this mic we can see. Now, this is a beautiful mic and it has utility. So one can see only the beauty of it. But a person who knows how to use it, he can understand the utility of it. But if person, suppose a person, third person comes, he does not know how to use, or he knows that how to use and it's a beautiful. But along with it, he knows what is the metal it is used. So his understanding is more, better. Now a person comes who knows how it works, the mechanics of it. So he knows that it's a beautiful mic, and he knows how to use it, and then he knows what is the metallurgy, and he also knows how it works, mechanics. A fifth person comes, he knows it's a beautiful mic, it has utility, it has its mechanics, it has its metallurgy, everything. But he knows that it is made up of all the material that is called, ultimately it is electron, proton, neutron, and he knows the atomic structure of it. So he is more evolved. A sixth man comes who knows that it is a beautiful mic, it has utility, it has metallurgy, it has mechanics, and then how it is made up of, its atomic structure. Over and above that, he knows that ultimately it is energy, various manifestation of energy. So he is more evolved. Now a seventh man comes who says, yes, I understand, it's a beautiful mic, and it has utility also. It amplifying the voice, and it has certain kind of metal, combination of various kind of things, and then some electronics, then the mechanics, everything I understand. And it is composed of electron, proton, neutron, that I also understand. And ultimately it is energy, that also I understand. But it is not physical, it's mental. So more evolved. It's only mental image that we see it. Say, we can go on like this, but ultimately a person comes, he knows all these. Along with it, he also knows that it is all the manifestation of God, how we evolve. Otherwise, generally we undermine many things. So when we are driving, we are not aware of its how it functions, the car, how the car functions. Only when it is not working, then only we are worried, and then we run for repair. So what is the point? Point is, as we evolve, things also evolve. As we evolve, the Creator also evolves. If you ask, say, the Aboriginal people who are not educated, they have certain kind of understanding of God. They like, oh, my grandfather's son, please help me to take right decision so that it is good for my people. This is the prayer. So this way, they have some certain concept of God. But as we understand, we evolve in our understanding. Now we see many things here in this world. Something we see sentient, something is like jada. Jada means it is matter. Something is conscious. So many things we see. Say, the ocean, the mountain, rivers, so many things, sky, etc. So which one is God? And what is this, all this? So we have understood from the Upanishads that God has created this So he is a efficient cause. One thing is efficient cause. Now, how he created? See, like a person who made this, he must have taken material from outside. But where God found this material? Then ultimately, Upanishad comes to our rescue and says that yathorna nabhi srijate grinhate cha. Like a spider takes out its own web and knits the web, and then again it absorbs. Or purushat keshalomani, like we have nails and hair, it comes out of the body. And also, that yathornabhi srijate grinhate cha yatha prithibhyam oshadaya sambhavanti. Like grains, various kinds of grains, they are produced on earth. So it comes out of earth, as it were. So for creating that grain, there is no need to go elsewhere to find the material. Similarly, God has created this whole world out of His own will. We have already studied that. We studied that there are apariyamitasthanyam prakritim. There are three prakriti, two prakriti, and one is beyond prakriti. One is apara prakriti, and another is para prakriti. And beyond these two are my supreme existence. And God, who is with para prakriti, He creates this apara prakriti. Apareya mitastanyam prakritim vidhi me param jiva bhuta mahabaho yedam dharyate jagat, by which the whole world is held up. So, Bhagavan already said that. So, this apara prakriti is not out of him, rather, he has transformed himself to this. Tat srishtva tadevanu pravishat. He created this and he entered, as it were. See, for a painter, the painting, where painting lies, it paints painting in his or her head. He paints. For any creative person, where is music lying? In our brain. And he creates like that. So it is outer expression of the same being. That means, if we see this world, we see God. There is no denial of it. Only thing, now the question will come, which one is God? If God says that this is whole universe is my lower prakriti, that means it is your prakriti. You are efficient cause, you are material cause. This material cause is also your form. So if it is your form, which one is yours? So after that, Bhagavan said, how to see it. Rasoham apsu konteya prabhasmi shashishuryayo. All these he has already told where to see. It is apara prakriti. See, like it is like this. A person wears so many dresses. The dresses are not the person. But when a person dresses in that particular dress, there is some activity which relates to that. See, like the example. Say, policeman, a cop. When he wears his uniform, he's a cop. And people honor him, obey him. If something, drivers, they indicate that beware, aware, there is police there. So they indicate. But the same person, when he goes home, he removes his uniform, he's a father of a son, or husband of a wife. So uniform also has little of some value. But that's not the exact value. A dog, whether a person comes in that form, in that uniform, or without any uniform, dog understands its master. So we have to see God in everything, in this Prakriti even, only we are not to see the apparent thing. There are some appearances. Everything is God, no doubt about it. But God is, the essence of it. If otherwise, if I say, where is gold? So you can say, yes, in all ornaments, it is gold and gold alone. To see God, I have to see all the ornaments. But one ornament is not enough, because that's only limited. So I have to see the whole ornament. So, apareya mitastanyam prakritim vidhi me param jiva bhutam mahabaho yayedam dharyati jagat. So one is apara prakriti. Apara prakriti is also manifestation of God. But we are to see that para prakriti, supreme nature of God. So Bhagavan already said this. So many ways he said. Aham atma gudakesh, I am the self in every living being. Sarva bhutashaya sthita. Aham adishcha madhyam, I am the beginning, I am the end, I am in between. There is nothing other than me. Then Adityanam Aham Vishnu Jyotisham Jyotiraunshuman. So all this we have already studied. If I go on repeating, then that will be the same repetition. But it is very important to at least highlight some point that God has already indicated where to see, how to see God everywhere. And lastly, what he said, that athava bahu naitena kim gyatena tavarjuna vishtabhyam ahamidam krishnam ekanshena sthito jagat. Ultimately what he said, that what is the need of going one by one? Wherever you see special manifestation, know for certain it is because of me. Athava bahu naitena kim gyatena tavarjuna. Or what avails these to know all this diversity, O Arjuna? Know thou this, that I exist supporting this whole world by a portion of myself. Only 1/4 is this, and tripadurdham, the three pada is already beyond this. So this is only appearance. Appearance of same God, that we are to see. But if we are attracted by it, then what will happen? We will be locked with one only. Then we cannot see the essence of it. We are not denying that all forms are God's forms, but only thing we are to take the whole, not a part. Now, how to see it? Now, there are ways. Like we have the dhyana mantra. Hridaya kamala madhye rajitam nirvikalpam sadasadakhila bhedatitam ekaswarupam prakriti vikriti shunyam nityam anandamurtim vimala paramahansam ramakrishnam bhajamaha. So in the beginning, Hridaya Kamala Madhya, he is residing in the heart. Heart means what? Center of our being. So he has a an effulgent form, and who has no vikalpa, no alternate. See, when there is alternate, that means either this or that. Nirvikalpa. That means one and whole. Hridaya kamal buddhi rajitam nirvikalpam sada sadakhila bhedati tamego. Sat and asat. He is beyond all divisions. Because wherever we see divisions, then what will happen? I'll be caught up in something and I'll miss others. So there must be something who is beyond all these divisions. Avibhaktam vibhakteshu. That which is indivisible in apparent divisions. See, like this, here so many things are there, all are divided. But space is not divided. Though you can say that a space within house and a space outside of house. But it's our imagination. Space is not divided. Similarly, there must be something which is not divided. Again, I must not confuse you. All the forms are God's forms. But still we need to find that essence. Otherwise, what will happen? The problem will be that we'll be caught up with one little something and we cannot have the whole. So that is why we need to have this perspective. So we have to develop this perspective. We have to develop this understanding. Then only we can see where God is residing. Where is God? Like I gave that example, that to meditate as Sri Ramakrishna. So first we have to take one ideal. And as one perfects that one ideal, then one can see the same ideal is everywhere. So Hridaya kamala madhye rajitam nirvikalpam sadasadakhila bhedati tameka swarupam prakriti vikriti shunyam nityam ananda. He is ever blissful. Vimala Paramahamsam, and a supreme swan who is taintless, who is residing in my heart. So, example I was giving, like a dog can understand its master even if he comes in different dress. So once we realize what Sri Ramakrishna is, then we can see that Sri Ramakrishna in all forms. Similarly, Rama or similarly Krishna. So yesterday a devotee asked, what is this Lakshmi? So Lakshmi idea. What is Lakshmi idea? So I said, it is like the divine in that manifested form. And in that form, Lakshmi has given darshan to many devotees. So that is why it is, it's easier for us to conceive a human, that means anthropomorphic form, because that's easier to understand. If we understand one thing, then we can understand all others. That is why we study one particular branch of study, and by that, then we only transform our education to other forms. So, tasmat ba etasmat akasha sambhuta. From him, this space appeared or created. This space was created from him. And akashat vayu, vayu agni. Vayu means akashat, from space. The air was created, then from air came fire, from fire water, like how fire, water. Now oxygen, how it happens? Say oxygen and hydrogen, when it interacts because of energy, then it binds and it becomes water. And then Agnirapaha, Apa Prithibhi, Adhya Prithibhi. And from water comes this solid earth. So all this actually, we see solid, but it is not solid. If you ask a scientist, it will say that the atoms are, or electrons are that comparative, that distant, like earth and moon. As earth and moon are far away, similarly, the electrons are comparatively similar and going round and round. But all these are concepts. Ultimately, we do not know what it is. Even science is also trying to figure it out. And whatever we understand, it is our concept, various concepts. Anyway. And Tatsrishtva Tadevanu Pravishat. He created and he entered in this world. Now, how to evolve this? You know, what we do, say food item. So food item, we say, no, it should be offered first. As soon as it is offered, it is dedicated to God, then it becomes prasad. And we get it. So then it is touched by God, tasted by God. So we have to change the perspective. That's why Bhagavan already instructed. Yat karoshi, yadashnashi, yajjuhoshi, dadasi yat tapasvasi kaunteya, tat kurushva madarpanam. Whatever you eat, whatever you do, whatever you eat, yat karoshi, yadashnashi, yajjuhoshi, whatever you sacrifice, offer, yajjuhoshi, dadasi yat, whatever you donate, tat kurushva. But you perform those, but only perform those by offering to me. So that means we have to develop a perspective. By developing that perspective, then we can see divinity everywhere. Attitudinal change. It is difficult, no doubt about it. Every time we try to do, something or other will come and confuse us. It is very natural. But we have to keep on trying. This is our struggle. And as we know, struggle we must. So what is the form of God that we have already said? God has himself said that whatever you see, Vishtabhyam ahamidam krishnam ekamshena sthito jagat. Only it's only part of me. Now Arjuna is not yet fully satisfied, though he understood. Say if you talk about a cake, oh very sweet, very nice, and you can find there, etc., etc. Well, Swami, I understood everything. But until or unless I taste it, it's only theory. So Arjuna came to that state when he is ready to have that experience of God. It is to be and become. But here still, it will be a kind of vision. For that, he must have qualification. You know, everybody cannot see the atoms or all these concepts. For that, we need a minimum education. Similarly here, what is the minimum qualification? Earnestness, sincerity, total devotion. All these are required. So now Arjuna is with all these things, all the qualities. So he says, Arjuna Vacha, Mat Anugrahaya Paramam Guhyam Adhyatma Sangitam Yatvayuktam vachastena mohoyam vigatah mama. So by supremely profound words on the discrimination of self, Atma and Anatma. You know, Adhyatma, that already that was discussed. So what is Atman? It's like Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarvabhutashaya Sthita. What is this self? Who is the substratum? Who is the basis of this self, this apparent self? What is that? You know, we have garments, we change. Like Bhagavan said in the second chapter, that Vasansi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grinnhati naroparani. Bhagavan said that as we discard our old garment, similarly, we discard our old bodies and get a new one. That means this body is not supreme entity, supreme reality. Behind this, that is supreme, that never dies. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakha, na chainam kledayantapo, na shoshayati maruta. Fire cannot burn it, water cannot soak it, nainam chindanti, and weapon cannot cut it. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakha, fire cannot burn it, etc., etc. We have already studied. So that we have to find out. Not this apparent self, but that real self. So this is guhyam. It's very subtle. If you discriminate, you'll understand. But again, it will be all muddled. That is what is supremely secret. Guhyam. Paramam guhyam. That is supremely profound. Adhyatma Sangitam, that which treats of the discrimination of self. That means not political discrimination, but it is finding truth. And that we do every day. When we go for shopping, we always discriminate. No, I should not buy this, I should not buy this. This is not organic, this is not healthy. I should buy only this. Similarly, we have to find what is my real nature. What is that which never dies? So this I have understood because of your grace. So out of compassion towards me, supremely profound, that which treats of the discrimination of self and non-self, whatever you said, yat vachaha. Vacha means words, tvaya, by you, by thee, uktam, spoken, tena, by that, mama means my, ayam mohaha, this delusion is gone. So because he was afraid, some kind of afraid, it was kripaya paraya vishtu. There is kripa. Out of compassion he was hesitant to fight with his own grandsire and guru, etc. Bhishma, Drona, etc. And he had doubt also, whether I'll be winning or will be defeated. All these doubts were there. So because of the suggestions by Sri Krishna, he has now removed his doubts and he is now well poised. So, whatever you said, by the supremely profound words on the discrimination of self and have been spoken by thee out of compassion towards me, this my delusion is gone. Now that confusion is gone and he is ready to fight. But before that, he wanted to see the universal form of God. When we say universal form, that means what? Say Sri Ramakrishna form, we know this. Rama form, or Krishna form, or Buddha form, whatever form, it's a little form, but universal form. Arjuna had that courage to want to see the whole universe as the manifestation of God. So, he said, I also understood bhavapayo hi bhutanam sruto vistarasho maya. That, let me complete that one. So he wanted to see the universal form. Now, universal form cannot be brought in small pieces. One has to see in the universe. So what is then required? The requirement is to have that perspective. The eyes should be trained in such a way that the person should be able to see divine and not apparent being. Not the dresses, not the uniform, not the body, not the mind. Because all these are lower. Apareyamitasna, that one. The senses are outer of it. The mind is outside of it. What is at the center? So one has to have that perspective. Then only one can see. Otherwise we see. But then we are confused. We are attached with something and we are averse with others. So he says, Bhavapayo hi bhutanam sruto vistarasho maya tattvaha kamalapatraksha mahatmyam api chabhyam. Of thee, O lotus-eyed one, I have heard at length of the origin and dissolution of beings, as also thy inexhaustible greatness. So I have heard from you, but still I want to see your forms. So it is, O Supreme Lord, as thou hast declared thyself, still I desire to see thy Ishvara form, O Supreme Purusha. So to see that Ishvara form, God will give him a divine eye. An eye which can see. So here Jnana Chakshu. It is not that there will be a third eye. Divyam dadami te chakshu. Like Divyam. Okay, no, this is Natumam shakyase drashtum anenaiva chakshusha divyam dadami te chakshu paschami yogamaishwaram. So I'll give you a divine eye. Means what? A perspective, a way of seeing correctly. That is required to see his form. So it is, O Supreme Lord, as thou hast declared thyself, that I am the Supreme Being. I alone exist. All these are my forms. But to find out, you have to find the essence of it. All this you have said. As thou hast declared thyself, still I desire to see thy Ishvara form, O Supreme Purusha. So this is a devotee. And whenever devotee asks something, God cannot deny it. That means seeking. As Sri Ramakrishna said, if you seek earnestly, it will be given. You knock and the door will be opened unto you. So this is seeking. Whenever a devotee wants to seek something, it is fulfilled. Only thing, the desire should be earnest and not casual. So he still is humble. He says, Manyase yadi tat sakyam maya drashtumiti prabho yogeshwara tato me tvam darshaya atmanam avyayam. He says, O Prabhu, O Lord, manyase yadi tat shakyam. If you think that I am capable of seeing this, Yogeshwara, hey Yogeshwara, tatah me tvam darshayam atmanam avyayam. Please show me this abhay, inexhaustible, supreme Atman. Please show me that. So it is not that some miracle happened and like big eyes. Here the description is there that so many faces, so many, and Bhagavan will say, Pashyame partha rupani satashota sahasrasha nana vidhani divyani nana varnakriti nicha. So all these are various forms, but it is not physical. The perspective, when that is clear, then only one can see it. So he says, you show me yourself, Atmanam, yourself. If, O Lord, thou thinkest me capable of seeing it, then, O Lord of yogis, show me thy immutable self. So this is a special kind of vision that can be seen with proper training of eyes. Eyes means not this eyes, understanding, discriminating understanding. As I gave example of this, it is a beautiful mic, it has utility, it has a different kind of metallurgy than electronic parts, it has its mechanics, then it is made up of electron, proton, neutron, etc. And then it is made up of energy. But ultimately it is the spiritual expression of the same, not only mental, spiritual expression of the same thing. So how we see it? As we develop our eyes, we can see various perspectives. So we need to develop these perspective, then only we can see it. So in the first 10, it is introduction. So Bhagavan says, now we go forward. Bhagavan says, Pashyame partha rupani. Bhagavan is pleased because a devotee wanted to see. See, Sri Ramakrishna would tell his disciples, come, meditate, experience the divinity. So God is eager to impart. Only we say, the time has not come. Let me enjoy something of the world, and then when that is finished, then only will come. But that never finishes. It goes on and on. So here Bhagavan says, yes, since you have asked, so Pashyame partha rupani. Please see, O Partha, my various forms. Form says is not only say physical, see, otherwise we cannot say something. Like we have a Advaita shrine. Advaita means no dual. How it is possible that we have a shrine of non-duality? It is impossible. But otherwise we don't understand. So we have to say this. And Swami Vivekananda also established a ashrama, Advaita ashrama. Oh, of course you can see that those who will try to pursue spirituality, holding or following Advaita philosophy, they only are allowed there. But you see, like when there is Advaita, there is no shrine, there is no form, no qualities. So because we are in the world of duality, if we don't say something, see, if I come and sit like this, Advaita, then you'll be bored and say, what is this Swami? So I have to say something. then only I can convey. So, so Bhagavan is showing his form. Form is not this form like we see the form. Maybe, I mean, we start from there. Okay, there is a form. Let us start from there. So, Pashyame Partha Rupani, see my forms. See, when he was showing gold, and universal gold, he cannot be only limited on the one necklace or one bangle. Rather, he'll show the whole bangles and all kinds of ornaments, and in the gold, in the mind, not yet mind. So he'll show that whole thing. So anyway, Pashyame Partha Rupani, Shathashotha Sahasrasha. Shathashotha means many, many, many. By hundreds of thousands and like that. Millions and billions. So, O son, behold, O son of Pritha, my hundreds and thousands, my different forms, celestial, of various colors and shapes. Because we cannot understand otherwise. But color, one can doubt, if only one color, then what is about other colors? So it is like chameleon. Somebody went and saw a chameleon and said, oh, I saw a yellow chameleon. Then another person disputed, no, I saw it green. Another person came, no, it's red. So they started quarreling. Then a person who lives there, he came, yes, you all are fine. Because sometimes it's yellow, sometimes it's green, sometimes red, but sometimes there is no color. So when God is showing a color and various colors, He is showing not this physical color. Okay, physical color also we add. Otherwise, why to exclude? Why to exclude anything? So everything is added. But only point is one should not be stopped there. So Pashyame Partha Rupani Shatashotha Shastra. Not only hundreds, millions and billions, and so this is only symbolic. Nana Vidhani Divyani, only divine form, various forms. And all the forms are also true. Swami Brahmananji used to experience like Chalchitra. Chalchitra means when you have Durga Puja, so behind Mother Durga there is there are many deities. So that's called Chalchitra. So you'd say that when I would experience the whole lot of deities. Now what is the harm? There is no harm. See, we have so many forms. And in the world, maybe 7 billion forms. And not only this 7 billion human beings, animals, and then the trees and all kinds of, say, amoebas and this and that. There is endless. And many are not yet discovered. So there is no harm including, but one should not be fixed there. But one should transcend that. Pashyame Partha. So we can see these, but with this we are to see that undivided divinity. Pashyame Partha Rupani Shathashotha Sahasrasha Nana Vidhani Divyani Nana Varnakriti Neja. Yeah. Celestial. Yes, like what is the all internal, external. Okay, let me see where is that word. Various colors and shapes. Oh, celestial. Forms celestial. Celestial, here, Divyani. Nana Vidhani Divyani, Nana Varna Kritini cha. Celestial. Okay. If you see the words uh, Partha, O son of Pritha, my Divyani celestial, Divyani, divine, Divya. The translation is celestial, but it is divine form. Divya means, what is Divya? Diva Dotanavan, that shines. Okay, here. You are seeing me, right? You are seeing me, right? But you cannot see if the light is off. So I am shining because of that light. So it is God's light who shines everything. Tasya bhasa sarvam idam vibhati. So there is only one shining thing, that is God. So that God, he becomes many. It's like a bachelor. He was alone. He thought, there is no joy in life. Let me get married. And then he gets married and the whole lot of things starts coming. Children and this, that. And then quarrel also. So God also similar. He was alone. Eko ham. So all of a sudden thought, let me be many. Eko ham bahushyama. Let me be many. And then he made many. And then started all kinds of things. So it is all divine. Whatever shines, that is divine. So celestial here, the translation of Divya, Divyani. Very nice question. Thank you very much. So I'll be careful about it. Okay. I think today's time up. So let me read it just. Behold, O son of Pritha, by hundreds and thousands, my different forms, celestial and divine, my divine form of various colors and shapes. If you say divine form but various colors, various shapes, how it is possible? Yeah, say like light. Whatever form you bring, light will shine that. Yes. And also like aura. What is in the morning, say in northern, aura. Aura you say what? Aurora borealis. Aurora borealis. So it has some shape. Shape is not of light. When it is limited by something, then only it makes shape. So anyway, this is, this duality is going on. So we'll stop here. The idea is to see God in various forms. For that, we need to train our eyes. And training of eyes means sincerity, earnestness. And when that is there, then God will grant that divine eyes by which we can see divinity in all being, all forms, all colors, everywhere. So thank you very much. Any other question? Okay, we'll see. We'll say our prayer. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tatsat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
Wow, that's too loud. Sorry about that. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils and snares, we have already come. 'Twas grace that brought us safe thus far, and grace will lead us home. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. When we've been here 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. Was blind, but now I see.
So how we understand a world? It is through our intelligence. When we try to understand something, then only we understand. So it is awareness. Awareness. So ultimately if you go, even divine, the divinity, everything will be culminated there, the divine. Though various forms, various colors, but ultimately it is divine. So there also Bhagavan will say, Divyam dadami te chakshu. I'll give you divine eyes to see it. So it is understanding, divine understanding, so that we can understand divine perspective. Otherwise we won't find anything here. So thank you very much. And then we have, on 12th we have Kali Puja, and next week we'll meet here. Kali Puja at 6 p.m.